Hello and welcome to my favorite team for the Go Battle League right now. This is my favorite team, this is my go-to team to run for the Open Great League, and that's why I make a little bit of a long video today as well. It is not the most creative team, it is more of an old school type of team, but it is a double buff team. We're going to have here the Pidgeot, where Gust, as far as I know, got a little bit stronger, and it's just very nice pacing wise. And then we're going to have here the Seismic Toad as well. I did a very similar team already for the Open Ultra League, basically saying, oh, this is my go-to team basically here already for the Great League. Now I'm trying to use it for the Ultra League. Here is how I use it in the Great League. This is my go-to team for the Great League. You can use other Pokemon as well here instead. You can use Gastron, you can use Swampert in the back. You can use, it either has to be Seismic Toad or Quagsire Say-Swap. I like Seismic Toad more than Quagsire personally as a Say-Swap because of Icy Wind. But both of them are really good. I wouldn't use Swampert or the Gastron as Say-Swaps at all. They're not really that great. But in the lead, it can be also different kind of flying type Pokemon. You're going to have, for example, the Fearow or the Toucannon, which are both having the exact same type, have a little bit of a different benefits towards them compared to Pidgeot. I like Pidgeot because of the insane fast move pressure plus air cutter pressure that you have with this thing, and then Brave Bird as a closing move. But there are different options basically is what I want to say here. And so we're going to go up, against Claydol. Claydol is going to be a Pokemon that, of course, we're going to be kind of fighting against. We are going to have the resistance to the fast move, but we still have to be a bit mindful of the Rock Tomb. And so we're going to be able to go for a Brave Bird, but eventually I would like to swap out of here if I don't knock them out with this charge move already. I do knock them out here already, and so we have now still all of our Pokemon left. We have a shield disadvantage, but here is why I do like the Seismic Toad more as a Say-Stop, because it can bait out Pokemon like the Cradilly, where you're going to have the super effective damage of the Icy Wind still for them, and this makes things so much easier. It makes things so much easier, so much better. They have now 2 charge moves stored though, as far as I can see that, but I am going to be able to just let the Rock Tomb go through. Why do they do this? I have no idea, but I can just go for the Icy Wind now, knock them out most likely, or get the final shield. I get the final shield. Why do they go for the Rock Tomb? I don't know. They try to get more energy, I guess. I don't know what they try to achieve here. We are easily able to survive this move here. There's no problem with that. And I was thinking, okay, they're very likely going to swap out, but they didn't. And I'm okay with that here as well, because I just have my Quagsire for the Morpeko in the back, and I win. That's it. What are they going to do here? I shield because of a potential Seed Bomb. That was that's my only lose card. And they're actually running Seed Bomb, which is hilarious. But Stone Edge is going to be enough now to knock them out. And good game to the opponent here, as I feel like this was a team that I was running back in the day that the opponent was running there. I think it was a team that I was running 5 seasons ago for sure. I remember my Claydol Morpeko team. So maybe they watch my videos. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe who is watching still my videos nowadays? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to have the Azumarill here against us. And what I saw just with the Earth Power is that 2 Earth Powers are not going to be enough. So I want to have a little bit of extra damage in here first. And of course, the Icy Wind is quite handy in this kind of case, because it's going to allow us to take those hits here now a bit easier. And otherwise, we would have not survived this Hydro Pump. And so this is an ideal play for us to go for the Icy Wind here in the scenario, because it allows me to get to this move now and to still this move afterwards as well, which is just such a big difference now. The Earth Power is going to knock them out. We have a shield advantage, we have a switch advantage, we have a Dunsparce against us, and we have our Quagsire to align. This is absolutely fantastic, because now we have the resistance to the fast move. They are forced to go for Drill Run. They don't have the super effective Rock Slide that they would have had against my Pidgeot, and I'm in a perfect position here to win this battle for ourselves. I am going to be able to go for the Awkward Tail spam now. This is going to do some solid damage. It allows us as well to force maybe eventually shields from the opponent, and now they have no shields left basically, and I decided to go for a little ballsy play because I knew they would go for a Drill Run. They had so much energy, and I just swapped out into my Pidgeot, which was hilarious because they now did 0 damage. I had 2 shields still left, but we can even knock them out in the back. It's going to be the Primeape waiting for a Pidgeot. Okay, what do we do if we don't have a great lead? We swap out. We swap out into our Seismic Toad. They're going to outspeed us here, which is a bit unfortunate even for a Surf. And so I use a shield early and then swap out into the Sableye, which is honestly alright for me. I will get the shield back here or the realignment, which is totally grand. We can let the move go. We survive any hit here. There's nothing they can go for that they knock me out with. The Foul Play is coming in, and I decide to go for the Earth Power because it would knock them out. I hope they're actually going to shield, and they do shield, which is great because I can now get energy on my Pidgeot. And this is mainly what I want to do here. At the current time, most people don't run Power Gem anymore, and so I expected that they would not run this. And now I have the energy for the Celio that I can go for the Brave Bird. This would knock them out if they let the move go through. They let the move go through. Goodbye, Celio. And so, yeah, this just showcases on also the potential of Pidgeot. In comes also, you know, the Quagsire. I'm actually going to use a shield because I'm not really threatened by them. I have also still the option to go for the Pidgeot later on against the Sableye because they don't do fast move damage there either. But of course I want to swap out of here because I need to clear my debuff. I need to clear my debuff and to clear my Pidgeot. I want to kind of keep the fast move pressure for later on. And with the Awkward Tail coming through now against the opponent's Quagsire, I'm in a position where both of the opponent's Pokemon are in range for the fast move of my Pidgeot for the gust damage there. Here, the foul play comes in, I go into my Pidgeot, I can knock them out here, but it is going to be enough to knock them out still. It is, because Pidgeot is just busted. Like, this thing is just broken, sorry, like, it's so strong. And we can move on to the next opponent. Like, the gust change just makes it so much better. Hi, Pidgeot, I didn't really expect to see you here today because I wasn't really expecting that this is going to be a popular pick in the current meta, but it is apparently so. We don't get the boost here, which is unfortunate. They also just going to go for the Air Cutter, but because of our back... Oh, they go for the Feather Dance. Never mind, they don't have Air Cutter. They very likely have Feather Dance and Brave Bird. I have Icy Wind here, and this is also why I like Seismitoad more because as a Size Swap compared to the Quagsire, you get faster to your Flying type coverage move. And I expected them to go for the Brave Bird. They clearly didn't. They went for the Feather Dance, and now we have here against us the opponent's Tinkaton. They're still going to get 2-shot by us. So, like, I don't know what they really gained from this, but I'm not here to judge. And I'm just going to go into my Quagsire. I will be able to go for my Awkward Tail, and I'm not debuffed anymore. And I will keep my Seismitoad for later on as well, which can be quite handy. At this point, they're definitely in range for a Stone Edge, and I can go over there in time. So, like, I'm just going to go for the safe play, knock them out with the Stone Edge here. This is going to be easily enough. And we will see here as well in the back the Carbing coming through, which means we win this battle. There's nothing they can do here. What are they going to do? Like, Carbing is going to be clearly not in a position where they can win against us. They can even go for the Earth Power here just to have a little bit of fun against this Pokemon. I think it might be even a CMP tie. The Earth Power comes through. It's a CMP tie. They have 1 HP. Good game to the opponent. And we can move on to the next one. And let's take a look who we're going to have here. We're going to have the opponent's Morpeko. Not ideal, but it's okay because we have the option to swap out of here and go into our Seismitoad, go for the Earth Power first. And here's the same thing again, kinda. I didn't really need to go for this one. I should have mostly went for the Icy Wind. The thing is, why it's actually better to go for the Earth Power first is you have the potential option to to get the debuff. The 10% debuff chance there might help you out with this matchup if you would get it, but of course we didn't get it in this kind of case. But we're still going to be able to keep alignment, which is quite nice, and we have a bit of energy as well, which might allow us to go still for another Icy Wind, or I can keep the energy for later on because it's going to be more handy against a Morpeko. And so I'm actually quite in a good position here. The Awkward Tail is coming in, it's going to get the shield, and I should just most likely shield just in case it's going to be Seed Bomb. It is Seed Bomb, and this was a big mistake because this is very likely going to cost us this battle. I should have never done that. Never risked this one here. They're going to let the move go though, which is even worse because they get a ton of energy now. I think this game might be over. And this game might be over because of Seed Bomb coverage on the Morpeko in the current meta. Our wheel is coming through. I let this move go because of course I know what they have in the back and I need to kind of keep my shield still for that. As they have a lot of energy here, but like this game is over. If I just shielded, I would have won immediately. I don't know why I risked it. Like I didn't need to risk that at all. That was silly. That was just silly. Anyway, mistakes been made, and we hopefully can learn from them. I tried to get a little bit of fast move pressure at first against them, and then swap out because that allows me to put them into Icy Wind range for 2 Ice. Okay, it would have been anyway there, but it makes it a bit easier now for my Quagsire later on because they're also now in Awkward Tail range. This Pokemon has Energy Ball, which makes it so much more difficult. Like 9 hits is actually a tough Pokemon to deal with for this team, even though I have 2 Water-type Pokemon, because both of them getting one-shot by this thing. It's just a bit ridiculous. I tried to catch the move. I did catch the move. Is it going to be the Energy Ball? It is going to be the Energy Ball, doing next to no damage, and now I can go for the Brave Bird to force that Final Shield most likely, or the Knockout. We get the KO, which is even better for us. In the back is Empoleon. I'm in a perfect position here. I should be kind of fine. I'm gonna go for the Air Cutter because I don't get to another move, and that's gonna put them kind of onto the range. Okay, why do you shield here? I don't know. I will put them onto the range for the Awkward Tails later on, but now I can just go for the Earth Power, knock them out, win the battle, a good game. Don't know what they're trying to do there. But we have another battle to come, or we're going to have the Azumarill against us. And I'm going to swap out of here. Again, I get a little bit of damage in with my fast moves, which puts them now into range for 2 Earth Powers, which would be kind of nice. Of course, I swap out now, so my plan kind of failed. But also, it's still the best way of playing this thing as well. Even if it doesn't work out here at the end of the day, it is still the best way of playing this matchup. And I always should, you always should go for the best way of playing something in theory, even if it doesn't always work out the way you want it. And that's kind of more my idea behind it. So here, in this case, do I shield this move up? No, I do not shield this move up. I just let this move go. I can go into my Pidgeot. I do know that this is not going to be enough to knock them though. So like I should have maybe went for the Brave Bird. But they shield up anyway. So I can go for another charge move here. And that's ideal. That is going to be okay for me, and I know knock them out actually, never mind. And I can see here now the Ice Beam from the Azumarill coming in, but against the wrong Pokemon. I can keep my Pidgeot. I would like to keep my shield for the Pidgeot as well, but they're going to go for a move here. I'm going to let the move go. I think I still swipe an Ice Beam easily, so I am going to be able to still reach another Stone Edge, putting them maybe into the range where I can even just go for the Air Cutter. Absolutely, it's Air Cutter range here for sure now, but I'm not going to get there in time. I'm forced to use a shield here for sure, but I have now a Brave Bird nearly stored against whatever is in the back. Can they take a Brave Bird? They maybe can. It's going to be the Turtonator. I go for the Brave Bird here. Is it going to be enough to knock them out? This is the most damage I can do. It is enough to knock them out, and we can move on to the next opponent. We have a fantastic lead. I saw about straight away to the Moltres. I have the option to go for the Air Cutter here. I should have maybe swapped into my Icy Wind user. I'm not too sure, but at the end of the day, I'm okay with this. I can just play it out. I don't really need shields for the Gastrodon right now, so I'm okay. I have a shield disadvantage though. I have a ton of energy though, and I got rid of a Pokemon from the opponent. And I've seen the final Pokemon, which is going to be the opponent's Pidgeot. We have to let this move go. This is going to be the Air Cutter from the opponent. And in comes, of course, that Gastrodon, and I can go for the Earth Power to get a lot of damage onto them. And I can still even go for the Icy Wind later on then as well to try to maybe debuff them a bit. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Icy Wind here. Let's see what they're going to go for. Are they going to let this move go? They let this move go. And this kind of makes me go ahead and maybe try to get some energy on my Quagsire instead. I have energy on my Pidgeot. And this is going to be now debuffed. It's a debuffed Body Slam. That's going to be alright. The Pidgeot is coming in. And we are going to be able to go ahead and try to go for those Awkward Tails. We need to kind of get them low. Well, let's see how things going to go here. Shield's coming up. And we try our best. Another Awkward Tails coming in. Very likely not going to get shield this time around. Let's see. They actually use a shield. So I have to go for the Brave Bird. And this is going to be game. Goodbye, Pidgeot. Pidgeot is going to win this one. It sounds so fun, but it's bullshit up Pidgeots against each other, and the Gastrodon has nothing to do here anymore. Next up, we're going to have Carbing against us. Carbing is going to be a Pokemon that we definitely can deal with as well with our backline, but not so much with our lead, as we're going to have now the Seismitoad against this, Flying Bird against the Fearow. I should be able to win this matchup. I do think I win this matchup, especially in the 2 shields, because if I shield here early, I will take the next hits a bit easier. We have the same pacing, like we're going to get 2 hour moves after 10 turns total. So like this is going to be, generally speaking, a very nice neutral matchup. And now I could be just taking the move, as you can see as well. And I still should be in a position where they have no chance of realigning themselves. And we need this because, of course, our lead matchup was horrible. And we kind of needed to kind of keep alignment here. Pidgeot coming in against this thing afterwards. They're going to go for the charge move here. It's not worth shielding for me. Definitely not. I just let this move go. I go into my Pidgeot. And I see the swap out here into Carbing immediately. Swapping, of course, into my Quagsire. And now I have the alignment that I wanted. So we had a really bad alignment in the lead. And now I am going to be able to have perfect alignment at the end. As my Quagsire could still take a hit here. But I still kind of don't want to take that because it's a guaranteed Moonblast. And they get the attack drop onto me. Like, they're getting very, very lucky here right now. This is really unfortunate for us. I can go for the Awkward Tail. They could swap out any time here and they go for the swap out. I can go for the Stone Edge. This would do a lot of damage and put them into the Air Cutter range, which we will see as well, or even just the Gust range at this point, to be fair. Now I can just go for the Air Cutter against the Carbing, which is funny because they now need to shield a resisted flying type move. And they're still forced to go for a charge move here as next Air Cutter. It's going to be enough to knock them out, and so Carbing can't even deal with a Pidgeot. Next up is going to be Diggersby against us, and this is going to be a matchup that depends on what fast move they have. In this case, it's going to be Quick Attack. That's going to be a bit worse for ourselves, but we have a great backline against this Pokemon, so I can just take advantage of this lead scenario and just keep the energy for later on. and just swap out into my Icy Wind user, which can deal quite a bit better with the opponent's Diggersby. They go for the Scorching Sand here, which is interesting, and they stay in as well. But I will be able to outspeed them to the next 2 moves, so like I should be able to go for the Icy Wind before they get to another move afterwards. And this is going to be it here for this Diggersby. This is going to be fine. We're going to be able to knock them out, and in comes the Azumarill, as this is now a matchup where you can just go for the Earth Power, and going to be able to hopefully do a bit of damage against them. We're gonna get them low. We should be able to still reach another one, and this is perfect because now this is going to allow us to get them super low. Low enough that I can just go for the Air Cutter, knock them out with this if they let the move go. They might just want to shield. They do shield this move up, and I get a free fast move in here even, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was a CMP type, but apparently they just didn't throw their move in time. And they can get to another move here, but I have now a Brave Bird basically stored. And of course I kind of want to keep the energy for the end game, but sadly it's going to be a Credilli in the deck. And so it's all down to if I get the boost here and if I get the shield. I do get the shield, I don't get the boost, I have the Brave Bird, I can catch the move. Why was this so important? It's because it's going to be a Rock Tomb. I don't know if this was enough basically in order to put them into the knockout range. At the end of the day, actually, it would have been way smarter to just stay in and go for the Brave Bird. Never mind, because I had CMP tie then, and I would have been in a position where I definitely would have won this. Now I have to hope that they go for a fast move. I just go straight for the knockout, I get the knockout, and I think the Azumarill's energy dries, so we still should be able to win this battle. I could have made it easier for myself. Just going straight with most... I mean, unless, of course, they would have not thrown, then it would have been more awkward. It just, I don't know. It was definitely an interesting play there. I could have went either way. But here we have now the opponent's Feraligatr, and I should be able to just shield once and farm them down. End up here with an attack boost as well on my Pidgeot, which is fantastic. And again, Pidgeot is the star of the show by far. Like, this Pokemon is absolutely amazing. And I have a lot of energy for the end game there already. I have a Brave Bird stored, which is fantastic. But not only this, I also gonna get all the energy on my Seismitoad now, which is fantastic against the Jump Love, because I have a double super effective hit against you waiting. It's gonna be the Icy Wind. They're gonna shield this move up. I don't really care. I can just shield here if I wanted to, and I should just shield because it's the smart play. Because after this next Icy Wind, I can swap out into my Pidgeot. The opponent is locked into the matchup. I can try to go for the Air Cutter. This is maybe not the smartest play, actually, the Air Cutter. I should have went for the Brave Bird, most likely. Okay, they shield up anyway. We are boosted, but they swap out now. And now it's going to be a bit tricky, because I need to have some kind of coverage against this Pokemon here now for the late game. I have still though the Shout Move coming through here, at least from my Pidgeot. But my best play actually now would be to swap out into my Seismitoad, just go for the full farm down, and then swap out into my Quagsire as soon as I get to the Icy Wind. Let's see if I'm gonna do that. They're swapping out here actually. I expected they're gonna go straight into their Jump Love though, so I swap out here into my Quagsire instead. I can take another hit. That is okay, but it's gonna be still a very close battle. The Mud Bomb is coming in comes the Jump Love, they knock me out. Can I reach the Icy Wind still on time? It's gonna be super close. Icy Wind is gonna be reached. I got one over for whatever reason, I have no idea. Mostly because I knew they didn't have the energy for it. But can I outspeed the opponent now? Can I farm them down in time? I can farm them down in time. We survive with a 1 HP. And again, like, we have a lot of battles here, we have a lot of battles to talk about, and a lot of different matchups, which is fantastic for you to learn this team, because it's really simple. It is a nice starter team as well. You don't need the Shadow version on this Pokemon. I do think you need the Shadow version on the Pidgeot, but also Pidgeot can work without Shadow version as well, but you have a lot of legacy moves on this Pokemon. So anyway, we have the Dugong against us. Dugong is really bad for us. Dugong is a very strong against our team. But we have the Stone Edge here as well on my Quagsire, which I should be able to hopefully reach against them. This would be very nice to land this, but we don't land this yet. But we land this now against the Clodsire. Really bad for us. Really bad. We're in a horrible position for ourselves. I have the option here, though, at least to go for the Earth Power, which is not going to be enough to knock them. You know, Clodsire, one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the current meta game. And I decide to shield, because the Earthquake recently got buffed. Would have done way more damage than anything that the Dugong would do, and I'll try to go for the full farm down, and I fail. I'm forced to go for the Icy Wind, sadly. I knew that. I knew I would be CMP tying here right now, so it's a better play to just go for the charge move. In comes the Fearow, and now I have no play against that Dugong, and this is going to be it for this game. I have nothing that I can do here right now. Like, I can get rid of the Fearow, don't get me wrong, but the Dugong is always going to be waiting in the back, and I don't know on how to deal with that. Never mind, I swap onto the Dugong. They kind of give me an opening, maybe? I can go for the Earth Power, This is going to get a lot of damage, and they go for the CMP tie. This is a big mistake, because now I have my Pidgeot, I have a bit of energy on the Pidgeot, I can go for the... Never mind. Okay, good game to the opponent. That's going to be the Icy Wind, and we survive, and we can go for the Brave Bird. What is Pidgeot doing in this battle? What the hell? Brave Bird are knocking them out, and we can move on to the next opponent. Honestly, Pidgeot is overpowered. Overpowered this Pokemon is. It gets crazy on how strong it is. Fantastic lead for us. We see the swap out here to the Licky. You see me stay in for a bit, and I can even go for the Brave Bird. It's a bit ballsy to play like this. I don't think it is the right decision to play like this either, by the way. But we get the shield advantage early on, which is kind of fantastic. And I get a ton of energy advantage now with my... maybe this is the right play, actually, because we're going to put them now into the Earth Power range. It's not going to be enough yet to knock them out with the Earth Power, but it's going to put them into range where I can farm them down after... Never mind, it's actually going to be enough to knock them out already. Never mind. Seismitoad, sorry, I didn't know you play. Seismitoad is one of the most fun Pokemon so far for the this season, for me, definitely. It's such a good Pokemon to run. And now we will see here as well, the energy ball is coming through. We're going to be able to go for the Icy Wind against them here. And I don't fear anything really. This is going to be enough to knock them out. And the back is going to be the Ninetales. I can go for the Earth Power. And I should be kind of alright here, right? At the end of the day, I should be. They gotta let the move go, and we win anyway. I think they had to predict here that I would go for the bait. I think that was their only play of winning this battle. Yeah, we have actually still 4 more battles to go. We still have quite a bit of things to talk about here. And we're going to have the not the Politoed, what am I saying? You have too many Toads in Pokemon GO right now. We have the Seismitoad here now against, the Gourgeist, which is actually not the worst matchup at all. It's really not the worst matchup. And I'm going to let the move go here. Seed Bomb is not even going to be enough to knock us out. We're going to be able to knock them out here very likely with our next charge move. As the Icy Wind comes through, we have Alignment now. We have the Oinkologne though against us in the back. Okay, we know that there is our Pidgeot, the best matchup for this Pokemon. We see sadly the Dunsparce going for a charge move here first. That is a very smart play. Rockstar is coming in. I can get some energy though still. And then oh, never mind. I mess up this battle so much. What am I doing here? And it's going to be a drill run as well. Great bait by the opponent. And now I'm in a position where I'm I should have just swapped out. It made no sense for me to stay in there. Honestly, it just really made no sense for me to stay in. If I just swapped out straight into my Quagsire, I would have been in such a good position. I just wanted to be fancy and try to get as much energy as possible. But at the end, this just kind of ruined the battle for me. Because now I have to deal with Oinkologne. I have to go for the Brave Bird in order to knock it out. And I'm not in a position right now where I have any opportunity to win this battle, as there is going to be the Dunsparce coming in and they still have 1 HP. Actually, if I went for the charge move, maybe I would have won this because it was literally 1 HP, and even through the shield I would have knocked them out. But this was definitely a mess up by me. I could have won this battle. But yeah, this team is just busted. Honestly, this team is just absolutely broken. I would see that a lot of people are running this team soon. It's just so good. It's just so amazing. Lead matchup against Pidgeot is just not something I like. They of course go for the air cut as well. It depends on who gets the boost, to be fair, and who has the better seam, the better attack basically. In comes Melama. This is not ideal either, to be fair. And I go into the Quagsire for no particular reason. I think because I get to the Icy Wind faster on the other one in order to deal with the Pidgeot was my reasoning here. But I don't really agree with it now. I can go for the Stone Edge, hoping that this would knock them out, and it does. So that's already a win for me. And they have their own Quagsire in the back, so very similar team. This is going to be okay for ourselves. We have the Aqua Tail coming in, knocking them low. But now we have to go for another Aqua Tail as well afterwards, which is going to get the shield though. Okay, this is going to look a little bit different now, as Pidgeot's just barely going to be able to get the KO against us. I need to try to get them into a position where I can farm them down with my other Pokemon, with my, what's called Seismitoad. I don't know if it's going to be a Brave Bird. I'm going to shield here. It's going to be the Air Cutter, but it's going to be the hardest hitting move. It's going to be a Brave Bird from the Pidgeot that could hit against me. And I know I can still take 2 hits from the Quagsire, so I should be grand, as I can go for the Earth Power afterwards. Earth Power is coming in. This should be easily enough to knock out the Quagsire, and with that, we're going to be able to kind of win this mirror matchup of a team. Licky in the lead is not ideal. I go for 2 fast moves, always kind of then stop out, because energy on this lead is just so important. It's so important. I don't know why I shielded this one. I just misclicked this one. I know that. Actually, I didn't look at the screen and I just accidentally pressed onto the shield. I remember that as well on this one. You don't need to shield there. It was clearly a body slam. That was not me doing that on purpose. It was an accident. So yeah, sorry for that one. It's gonna make the battle quite a bit more difficult for me, actually, because I would rather shield any move of the Jellicent. They all do way more damage than the Body Slam would have done from the other Pokemon, but it is whatever at the end. I can still even reach another Earth Power here. Seismitoad is so strong as well. I told you that already in the Ultra League, but I like it for both leagues so much. It's such a good Pokemon. And I will let the move go, which is risky and a bit silly because Stone is going to knock out, and I think we lose this battle here with that automatically. Like, this was not the ideal play. I should have shielded the move up no matter what. Like, this was not ideal at all. I still try to play it out for whatever reason. I don't know what I was doing here. They still have a shield advantage. I should have just shielded because, like, even though Licky Licky is not ideal for the Pidgeot, it still would have been better to have 2 Pokemon and knock out the other opponent's Pokemon with a fast move damage than being now on 1 Pokemon with low HP but have the 1 shield left. Like, it really wasn't a smart idea there. I don't think I would have won it either way, personally. I don't think I had a chance here of really winning this one. But actually, at the end of the day, I never know. I would have had energy on my Pidgeot. I would have had some more opportunities there. I feel like that was a misplay by me, for sure. Final battle. You got it. Like, if you're still listening at this point, congratulations. You did 26 minutes already of battling with the same team. It's usually not the YouTube vibe. But I kind of want to showcase this team to you because it is my best team currently to run. It is, like, honestly my favorite team to run right now. It is a very simple to play. It is a very straightforward to play. You have nuke moves with the Pidgeot, you have the boosting, you have the debuffing, you have basically everything on the team that I really enjoy playing for the Go Battle League. So that's why it is my favorite team. That is why it is the team that I would recommend you to give a try. It is just fun to run. And yeah, here, final battle, we are up against a Seeking. Seeking, of course, having the super effective hit here of Icy Wind against us, which I don't really want to have against me. And I swap out now into my Pidgeot. And Pidgeot has to deal with both Luminion as well as the opponent's other Pokemon now. And I just hope for boost, and I think I just got a boost here as well. So hopefully I get another boost afterwards as well. I don't. They try to go for the fast move pressure, I feel like. I can shield here, but it's going to be a close battle. Like, not gonna lie, it's going to be not a straightforward battle. I try to go for the full farm. Okay, I try to go for the Brave Bird at the end. Brave Bird for the win. Brave Bird is going to come up. Jump Love is going to go down. And with this, it's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.